Good evening, Worcester families, and most importantly, good evening, Worcester County students. It's an honor once again for me to come to you today to talk about where we are in our school system and our return plan and all the great things that are happening on a daily basis here in Worcester County Public Schools. Today I'm excited to talk to you with a very, very special guest. Someone who has joined me, stood beside our team as we have walked through this pandemic. Lauren Williams, who is the coordinator of health services here in Worcester County, has been the lead to assist us to where we are today. Lauren, thank you for being here with us today. At this time, I want to talk about our distancing and some of the things that are happening in our schools. As you know, the governor has decided to take a look at the distancing, and as we listen to the governor's orders, we take all that in as we work through our return plan to bring our kids back. The 4 W's that I have talked about so much are still in place. Staying home when sick, washing our hands, wearing our mask, and certainly watching our distance. Today I'm going to have Lauren Williams, our special guest, tell us some of the changes that are taking place and things that we are looking at as we continue to work through these waters of this pandemic here in our school system. Lauren, again, thank you for being here, and I'd like for you to share some of the things that we're trying to do here in Worcester County Public Schools.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor. So I am excited to share that we have been able to have room in our classrooms to remain physically distanced for the majority of our classrooms. So almost all of our classrooms in Worcester County Public Schools, our students inside the classroom are masked and at 6 feet apart. But there are some limited circumstances where we need to fit some additional students in our classrooms. And in those circumstances, we will be pushing the desks closer than 6 feet. The CDC allows us to make a distance of 3 to 6 feet in classrooms where students are seated and masked. They say this is safe for our students to be at less than 6 feet distance. And thankfully, Worcester County Public Schools, this is only going to be happening in a small number of our classrooms. And for our students who will be at less than 6 feet with their classmates, those families will receive a letter home to let them know that they will be within less than 6 feet of a classmate in that circumstance. Because if someone does become ill in that classroom with COVID-19, we would still consider that person that's within their 6 feet as a close contact. So they would still have to stay home and quarantine from school for 14 days. So it's important that our families are aware if their student is going to be within 6 feet of another child.
So Lauren, thank you for sharing that information about distancing and where we're going as a school system. My second question today, could you take a few minutes to share with our community, our families, and our students about vaccinations and the vaccination sites that may be available to them?
Yes, Mr. Taylor. So I'm really excited to share that individuals 16 and older are currently eligible for the COVID-19 vaccination in the state of Maryland. So we have opportunities to share with 16, 17, 18-year-old students vaccination sites. 16, 17-year-olds need the Pfizer vaccine that is available at the mass vaccination clinic at the Wycomico Youth and Civic Center. And also Tidal Health has those available. If you go on the website marylandvax.org, anytime you can see what clinics are available, and there are appointments, many appointments available currently for all ages, 16 and up. So the benefits of the vaccine are not only to prevent becoming ill or spreading COVID-19, but also fully vaccinated individuals who have an exposure to someone who's COVID positive don't have to quarantine. So I know that sometimes quarantine is a big burden for our students. They don't get the opportunity to stay in in-person learning. And so it's important to think of all the benefits of being vaccinated. Of course, not becoming seriously ill, not spreading the disease, and also being able to not quarantine if you have an exposure and don't have any symptoms.
So to our 16-year-old students and above, please take advantage of the opportunity to be vaccinated. The more we work together on this, the safer our schools become. And I encourage all of you who believe that the vaccination would help you to get an appointment and be vaccinated. We've been able to stay open thus far because of you, because you have worked with us, you have gone through this process with us, and we will continue to do that. I want to assure you that this pandemic is not over, and we are getting better each and every day with the things that we want to do to keep our schools, our students, and our staff safe. And we need your cooperation. So together, we're going to continue to make a difference, and together, we're going to have our kids back in our buildings where they belong and where I believe learning truly takes place. So as we move forward, I want you to know that Worcester County Public Schools, the leadership team, the executive level, and all our teachers and staff are working very hard, hand in hand, to make sure we do what's right to keep our kids and staff safe. But we cannot do it without your help. You truly make a difference. And it gives me great pride to serve as superintendent of schools because of the cooperation we have from our families, our community, and most importantly, our precious students each and every day. So again, I thank you. Please hang in here. We're getting better each and every day. And I assure you that Worcester County Public School is taking the lead in getting our young people back in the classroom. And we will continue to do that. So have a great evening. Thanks for being part. And Lauren, again, thank you for being with us today. And we look forward to more times that we can chat with you to bring you update material on where we want to be as we move our school system in the right direction. Have a good evening, and may God bless each and every one of you, and may God continue to bless Worcester County Public Schools.